first, I would like to share what I learned about self-love until this point of my life is based on self-knowledge. So when you're a kid, you naturally love yourself and respect yourself, but something happens earlier or later in life when actually it changes your idea of yourself and you start developing other people's ideas, other people's thoughts in your own truth. And then you build a misconception about yourself by other people's opinion. And that can create a huge tension in you and a huge anger and sometimes even depression and personality changes. In my case, I had every kind of abuse you can find in the books. So I'm not going to talk about this, but you kind of need to talk about that too at one point, and I will later. You need to see where it goes wrong. You actually have to start accept yourself who you are without the trauma, because trauma is an event and it's here for some reason. Let's say that. But if you take that out of the picture, who you are is still somebody you need to accept. And real self-love happens immediately as you get born, right? But then you have to kind of come back to it as an adult and see, okay, this is who I am. Am I accepting myself? So in my case, I needed to face the fact that I had dysgraphia, dyscalculia, dysphonia, this, whatever made study hard in high school and college and later on, it did it to me. It was extremely hard and I had no clue that I had these things because, that time we didn't have internet. And so that was one thing I need to understand, that this is who I am and I can't be like others because this is who I am. I am like I am. Another thing was to learn about my inattentive ADHD and to take care of it and know that this is who I am. Acknowledging and observing it helps you to actually come out of it quicker. Then I had to learn about my esoteric part, that I was born as an intuitive healer, and I had to accept that. So many years I spent my time hiding and trying to make myself normal and acceptable by my, smaller group. Even sometimes I faked friendships in my 20s so people can love me. Not anymore. Of course, I can't do that anymore. But that was part of me, that even I was born with an amazing, great habit that other people actually can use anytime they want. I thought that that's a bad thing because I'm not like others. So how they will love me because I can't be put in a box. I'm so different. And really these days, we're talking about all differences, and I'm still white, right? I'm not talking about the color of skin, which would be even a greater challenge in this world, unfortunately, still in 2025, which I can't believe it's still happening. I talk in English, so I'm not the minority of Hungarian people who they don't even talk English and they can't actually share their wisdom, if they have a wisdom. So I kind of built up myself into a point when I started to say, hey girl, even if through your struggles and everything, you're actually doing great. You can love yourself, you can accept yourself. This is who you are. So see your package, what you bring to this world. If you don't think about the trauma yet, what did you bring to this world? How can you use that for the benefit of others? And how do you use it in your own life? And then when the trauma comes, and you acknowledge why your patterns are based on misbelief and great suffering and harmful acts on you, then you start your healing process too, which is also part of the evolution of yourself. And 10 years ago is not the same as today, and in 10 years, if we survive, then it's not going to be the same again. So it's a becoming and part of becoming. But self-love is really important, to really accept yourself as who you are. And I'm not afraid anymore to say that I'm a neurodivergent. I'm on a scale I know, and I went to a naturopath and she said, yes, you are. And it's okay. Many people are like this. And I know that these small communities who are coming out they support each other. So this is one of my way of participating in this movement of showing up as different and talking in another language, not the language I was born with, and I'm not afraid of it anymore. And I'm not afraid of saying things about me that I was born with and I'm capable of doing. And I do think this is the reality. We are living in the era of Aquarius, which will spend 200 years here to have this energy of an Aquarius. And if you know anything about Aquarius, that Aquarius is weird. So don't be afraid to be weird. And please take care of yourself. That's how you can take care of your others.